Hello and welcome back to the Shmuseum. Today is a very exciting one. It's all about the F1 car. We're taking it to TDF.
Tim, why are you wearing sunglasses indoors?
I mean, that's obvious, isn't it?
Well, that isn't that bright, so it can't be because of that.
I tell you what, we've basically brought the sun into the Shmuseum. This car that we picked up yesterday, my friend's car that he's kindly letting me drive and share with you guys for the upcoming period, the final, if you couldn't work it out already from the number plate, Lotus Elise Cup 250 final edition in this ludicrous, luminous highlighter orange. And I think I speak for all of us here when I say that I never thought a car could make the rest of these look dull.
I was literally going to say that. I've never seen a car. So did you say it's like, how many layers of paint is this?
14 layer paint. So 3 layers, 14 layers.
So if we added 11 more to this, this would be blue, but as bright as that.
Not quite, that's not exactly how it works. Anyway, today we're going to be taking the little Lotus. I think we're going to take the Focus RS as well, take the 2 orange cars out together, because what we're basically doing involves the F1 car finally. We're going to be taking the former Formula 1 car up to TDF, where we've been a few times. You guys went up to meet James and the team there first.
Yep.
I've been up once before to do with getting the first wheel sorted out. But today, effectively, we're going to be loading this up. We're going to be taking it up to TDF, and we're going to be having a go at joining the team to start dismantling it, to start the restoration.
That's is it daunting a little bit?
It is. I gather that the whole of this comes apart really quickly, and you might have spotted these. Going to be touching on those in a moment, so stay tuned. Exactly what we've got right there. Don't fall off. Yep, there we go.
I think we should be okay. Obviously the team they deal with this stuff every day, day in, day out. So it's not like we can do anything to break it if they're supervising.
I don't think we would anyway. I mean, fundamentally, this is a show car tub of the 97 Williams FW19, the last championship winning year Williams car. Show car carbon tub, not an original nose cone, different year components as we've touched on a little bit, but to start making it look good, we need to take it apart. So we need to do that somewhere where we have the expertise and the skills, and that's what we're going to start on today. Take it all apart, work out what we want to do, what we want to change, how original we want to make it, what parts we'd like to try and acquire and install on it, and basically just kind of get started and enjoy and explore. And obviously we've got all of the simulator electrics hooked up as well. We'll probably pull all of those out because we want to make it a very nice looking garage display piece. I think that's the objective.
Yeah, and more importantly, we can hopefully reconnect the steering column so we can actually turn it from inside.
Yes, because at the moment it's hooked up to effectively a gaming system in the nose cone. Yeah, so that's the main plan today. Get this up to TDF, get this process underway. It will be completely refreshed, completely repainted, a lot changed. But we're going to get started with that all today. Before we go anywhere, given we're taking this, we actually need to unload some things. Brand new car, currently, I mean, less than 100 miles on the clock. Need to unlock it, open up the boot, because, as I mentioned in the video picking this up, it actually belongs to a friend of mine. It's a left-hand drive, UK right-hand drive registered. But for the moment, we have a spare set of headlights back here, and it would be useful to have some luggage space. So we need to work out. Yeah.
Let me hold that.
Thanks, Brad.
You get the headlights and other bits. Can we just take a minute to appreciate how bright this is? Like, that is a full frame shot currently of this orange. It's ridiculous.
Exploding camera screens.
I never thought the Hurricane STO could look so like faded and pale, and I don't know. It's just so bright.
What do we have in here? What's this?
Something.
Is that a roof? That might be another roof.
Maybe that's a soft top roof.
Something like that.
Roof down? Roof all off?
No, not for now. Not for now.
Okay, I'm going to pop this back down.
I'm boring, even though it's sunny, we've got a decent drive ahead of us. Basically, we've been tasked with getting this run in as fast as possible, which is why we're taking this.
So it's the road to 1,000 miles.
Yes, we need to get to 1,000 miles literally as quickly as we possibly can. And I would quite like for a part of today to be in the Heritage looking at this, because I want to see what it looks like on the road.
And we've been blessed that we have quite a lot of sunshine so far.
Yes, it's a nice day. So we'll go put all of this stuff away. We've also got the car cover and other things in the passenger seat.
Oh yeah, shall I grab
Maybe you grab those in a second. We'll go put them away and go from there. One thing, to get the F1 out, we obviously, hi Tom.
Hello.
We obviously need to move the STO. So cold start of the STO. We'll pull this, the halo space maybe, then we can pull out the F1. Life is a little bit easier. And who doesn't like a V10 cold start?
Probably could, yeah, look at this. You probably could hear Tom, but he said it never gets any quieter. That is ridiculous. That is just silly. I still can't hear myself talk. I'm trying not to shout. Wow. Next to the Abarth.
I'm slightly convinced this is getting louder.
It's pretty loud.
When Christian from BOTB was here, he brought us a BOTB flag.
You did?
You need to get feeding.
Oh, sorry. Right, yes. I thought you were going to do that one.
This is a team effort.
It is.
Kind of, I'd say a team effort, but I'm again just filming from behind the camera.
Do you know what, this actually has gone through quite easy. I don't know.
Hold on.
Curse it.
There we go.
Almost there.
There we go.
This wasn't exactly the right flag pole, but it seems to have done the job fairly decently.
Yeah, I think it seems to hold there.
Off you go. Oh, watch out for the boxes.
I've done this before.
It's a very good technique, Tim. Where did you learn that?
The Shmuseum.
Yeah, the Shmuseum Brad taught me.
I definitely didn't teach you. I've never moved one of them before. Cool.
Brad, you taught me. We changed that over to use the right, I don't know what you call them, flagpole, and now it looks a little bit better, bigger than the other two. Anyway, that's sorted. TDF guys are here. Let's go get this ready.
Here we go. Moving the F1 Cup. Please don't hit my car. I've got the trolley jack.
Hit this, right? It's not very valuable.
No, I've just said that. Let's not hit it. Wheels back round, and then we'll get the jack on the rear bit and just spin it. I should probably move. Oh.
That's not very valuable either, is it?
Ever been run over by
Crash
an
into
F1
my
car?
desk.
Almost. Right, let me put this down. You can tell that TDF done this before. They've got this lovely truck and trailer that ramps all the way up. Nice long ramp and a winch and sort of straps to pull this up onto the van, which is really cool. So much easier having someone that knows what they're doing do it. I don't know how we would get this anywhere if it wasn't for these guys having a solution to literally pull it straight up into the van.
So it seems there's a change of plan.
A little bit. You, recently,
Yes, on Instagram, I declared that the SF90 may now be my favourite Shmuseum. So you've said you don't believe me.
no, because previously to that, Tom was always going to take the GT8. I was
Yes.
going to say a GT8, there's only one. The
It has
GT8.
been my favourite. And again, I criticised this no end and then took it all back when I realised how amazing it is.
So given the GT8 has a little bit of orange on it, you can take the GT8.
So we're going to bring that and see if...
It's actually quite fun with GT8 and Lotus, two very different manual British sports cars.
Yes, I didn't think about that.
Cool, let's go.
Okay.
Perfect, we'll get the cars out and on the road to TDF.
Well, this is rather cool. I know you said in your review about looking over the wing mirrors and the arches, but they are... I've never seen anything like it.
It's totally crazy, and I tell you what, we're about to have Tom coming past in the GT8. This feels so small on the road.
Where is he?
Wait, I'm putting your window down. I can
Oh,
reach
you can
across.
reach.
Here he is.
Well, that sounds amazing.
We've got the truck a couple behind us as well with the F1 in it. I think the thing with this is you just know that anybody who sees this on the road, their eyes are just glued to it because it's so unusual. It's so completely different.
I mean, nowadays cars are always greys, silvers.
I mean, look around. Okay, yes, there are a
There's
couple
two
of
blue in the
blues.
middle, and then lots of grey, white, silvers. This just, it doesn't make sense for how cars are nowadays.
The only problem is on a day like today, it's not actually ideal for it to have it out in the sunshine all day. I think. But hey, it's too much fun, so why not? Just easily driving it for now. build up the revs gently until we've got some more miles. We're coming up towards 100 miles on the clock.
It almost doesn't look orange anymore.
No, the orange accents on the GT8 start to look quite...
Kind of like pinky orange.
Yeah, and flat compared to this.
That's so good on the move though.
It's such a cool car. I love the GT8. It's such a cool car.
And then you get the noise to go with it.
Is Tom going to give us a little bit of a... There's somebody kind of between us. Oh well.
We've lost him.
Lost him for now.
Right, en route TDF. We've pretty much arrived. We've just got a lovely road around Bedford Autodrome following the GT8.
It's seriously photogenic. If you parked up here.
I can imagine sunset and parking here would be like perfect.
Yeah. Beautiful countryside. What a lovely day for it. We've made it then. The F1 car is ready to be unloaded. We will take it inside and then start the work on that. But of course, today has been a journey with two very bright cars. And talking bright cars brings me on to what I alluded to earlier, the latest in the series that we're doing with Tarmac Works and Mini GT of 1/64 scale Shmuseums. We had the Senna before, limited to 4,500 pieces. They went extraordinarily quickly, and now we have the GT500, of which we have 2,500. So let me open this up quickly so we can take a look at this together. Unboxing the Shelby Mustang that I have currently over in the USA in its very bright grabber lime with the matching packaging, of course. The model detail is actually awesome. We've got the red pinstripes against the black stripes. We've got the Cobra badges, and even on the back of this, we have the number plate it will wear when it comes to the UK, SH67 MEE, prepared for the future. So those are super, super nice. We'll pop the link down below with all of the information about these. There's going to be the series in total of 6 models that we're doing with Tarmac Works and Mini GT. That is the second of the 6 following the Senna. Really exciting. Make sure you don't miss out, guys. They will probably go quite quickly. All of the information is down below. But for us now, let's head inside here, go get this unloaded.
There's loads of F1 goodness around still, as always.
It's still just an amazing place to be, isn't it?
Like, can we wait a second so I can come and look at cars? But we have our Formula 1 car now entering TDF, ready for a transformation, I guess.
We've been talking for quite a while about this moment, bringing the car here to see and be part of the amazing work that they do at TDF. In many cases with cars that completely run, proper cars, restoring them, making the TDF1. But obviously in the case of this, we're going to work on, well, we'll see where things take us, but initially, you know, the effective strip down of it today to be able to then go from there, see all the details, work out what we might need, what we don't need, and what we want to do with it, really, how we want to make it look perfect. So between us, with some expert guidance, I suspect we're going to be giving this a go today. I'm quite looking forward to it.
Work has begun already. The guys from TDF are working at the back end. Tim is still trying to find a tool to get the nose cone off.
Come on, Tim, we've done this before.
Got the right one now?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure.
Finally got the right one. Okay, let me come and support this, because obviously as each bolt comes out, there is going to be a bit of extra strain on this.
Are you done yet, Tim?
Last one.
I know you're a one-man band right now, but
Keep lifting it up.
I am.
Oop.
here we go.
No, we're not out yet. Here we are.
Right.
There we go. Nose cone off.
Nice.
I feel like I've done something. We've done something.
Side pod's coming off.
About 23
Front suspension cover coming off, and another side pod,
Oh my god.
and literally just electronics everywhere.
We've never had
Oh,
that.
wow.
This fast.
No, we've never had those.
Power supplies and
I thought it would be more difficult than that.
we'll be going home in the next minute or two.
Yeah.
At this rate.
This is what happens when you come to the experts.
Now, one thing with this, it was delivered with a penny in it.
Oh yeah, and we've kept it in there.
We've kept the penny, so this is the lucky penny that has to stay with this car.
We'll know if it goes missing. TDF. Yeah, that can go straight back in under the seat.
Under the seat. There it shall remain.
Fast forward a little bit. We're going back up into the air. We have a few little issues with wheels coming off.
It's really interesting because of what we were saying about the car having come from different areas. Basically, all the different wheel bolts are a different setup. Some
Yeah.
are a bit jammed on. And that's the first problem, is to work out how to actually get the wheels off so that it can be lifted properly.
But that's the weird thing, that we put this one back on, tightened it up by hand, and it now won't come off at all. So TDF have said they have solutions. If they need to, they can machine up a tool to get them off, which is just so cool that they have that solution ready.
And nosy underneath it. This is the first time we'll be able to see actually underneath it.
True. What do we have? Just very flat floor. Interesting. Yeah, we need to go out to get these wheels off at some point. Remove some of the powers of cables, speakers, amplifiers.
That's quite expensive.
Just everything. There goes an F1 car in the air. This is kind of cool. I would get involved and help, but I've got filming to do, so yeah, no can do so far.
Now, here's one we prepared earlier. The guys managed to work out how exactly to do this. I guess that can sit over there for a moment. And we can have the first wheel off.
This is actually the first front wheel we've had off of the car.
Ever.
And now we can see what's behind it, which we've got the brake disc, caliper. There's even pads in there.
Oh,
Like
wow.
the way these show cars came together is very much they just grab parts that they have. So in the case of this, you know, if they had a spare set of brakes that were never going to go back on a car, they'd put them on the show car.
Is it AP Racing calipers?
Yeah, seems to be.
We've got.
And they're 4-piston, as you can see. If you can, oh wait, no, yeah, 4-piston calipers.
Did you just touch it and get dirt on your hands?
Yeah, obviously. From the wheel.
Oh, from the wheel. It's kind of cool. And you can see all the cooling as well, like where the duct sort of thing would
obviously,
channel the air through.
Come in here, cool the disc immediately, and the caliper there.
Oh.
We've even still got brake lines connected back here. So,
Oh, wow.
And again, as far as I remember, the brake lines actually go into the suspension arm down the bottom here, and do run and come out here again. So
Meanwhile,
there is some real car parts.
Tim's cracking on.
Let's take it apart, guys.
give this man some tools.
Now, we've been calling this pick and mix whilst we've been here, and I think that's very appropriate because we were just talking about the brakes and the brake lines and all of this. Now, this is the difference that being an expert makes, because the guys in about 3 seconds flat have just gone, actually, that's a Willwood caliper because it says on the other side, and someone would have just etched AP Racing onto that side to make them look legitimate, and actually these are from a road car. So the brake discs are genuine Formula One, those are carbon brake discs. And what you won't be able to see is the lip on the edge here, because again, these are regular road pads, not designed to go with a carbon disc, and they've worn that away quite badly. So it's a good job that we're not putting an engine. Anyway, onwards with the progress. Now, in taking this apart, the guys here have actually managed to spot that there was something stuck on here. Now, when the guys from TDF came down to the Shmuseum to have a look, they would have said that's where the chassis plaque would have been. And laying underneath the seat, we have here, if this is going to focus properly, there we go, FW19 SC1, which would be for show car number 1. So that right there is the first of the show cars to ever be made. We don't know how many there were in total. Obviously that's something we can try and look into at some point in the future. But yeah, how cool is it to now have confirmed it's the first one of the show cars ever made.
I've just been given a pair of gloves, which means it's time to actually get involved in this a little bit more. So we're in the room with all of the machinery right now. Let's head ourselves back to the car with all of its updates. And an apron, because taking an F1 car apart in a button shirt is exactly what you normally do. Looks the part, right. We're gonna get attacking the suspension and the brakes and that kind of stuff. This looks weird with no floor on it. That happened way too fast. Hey, progress. It's exciting. This is cool stuff. So let me see what I'm getting roped into and we'll go from there.
So come on in, Tim, what are you doing?
We're starting with brakes.
I can see you have a tool in your hand.
Yeah. Is this what we do? There we go.
So what are you undoing right now?
A brake line that in theory should have no fluid inside it, but you never know with these things.
We do have a drip tray, just in case. It has tools in it. There we go, that seems to be off.
Okay.
There's a brake line gone.
Where do we go next? the other side.
So I've just come out to TDF's reception area, TDF's reception area, where they have this awesome Formula One simulator going on. A little bit more complex than what we had. But what we also have is we have a Brad. How are you?
I'm good. I want one of them.
I want one of those as
I think
well.
if we ask Tim nicely, he'll like guess this one.
Given I know how much it costs, I suspect not.
Okay, maybe not.
However, you also have an F1 car behind you.
There is. Do you know what? I kind of forgot it was there. I'm just saying videos and yeah.
I just thought I'd come and let you know that Tim is actually wearing gloves, an apron, and has tools in his hand.
Okay.
And
that's rare for Tim. He never does anything.
He's just disconnected one of the brake lines and is now cracking on with suspension arms.
I feel. Can this wait? Can I cut off? I feel like I should come and watch.
I think maybe you should have a quick watch.
I'll be quick and I'm gonna come and see what's going on.
Okay, we'll join you. You'll join us in a second. I'm going to go back into the workshop and back towards Tim.
Rocking and rolling.
What are you removing?
One of the upper arms, or a bolt on the back of here.
Oh, so for this, yeah, okay.
And there we go, nearly there.
That's it.
We've got to
Drop
watch it somewhere.
the bolts and washers.
Got it?
Nicely done.
There you are.
It's weird seeing you with gloves on and
Doing
some
stuff.
dirty hands.
Have we now started something? Is this going to be a thing, Tim? Are you going to pick up all of the tools in the Shmuseum and just start taking parts off of cars? Are you going to
Put them back on.
Are you going to de-wing the STO or something? Who knows what's next?
Yeah, here's an idea. Let me experiment with the hybrid system in the SF90. It's a really bad idea.
That's a terrible idea.
Tom like on Super Zoom.
Probably. Tom just films clips, doesn't say anything, and I have to go through and go, why have I got this random clip of probably doing a thing right on your face and now mine? We now have the rear of the F1 car coming back down to the ground, no longer attached to the front sort of tub and shell. This is so cool.
And here we are, everything broken down into its many pieces. Now earlier on, I said that I might try and attempt to pick up the tub, and I did. So we decided that we were going to throw it on one of the corner scales they have down here at TDF, and there we have the result. 28.5 kilos for the entire tub, which is absolutely crazy. Now obviously the real one would have weighed a little bit more because it would have had the crash structure, bulkheads inside, but it's just nuts to think that something of that size, something you would sit in, weighs just that little amount of weight, which is crazy.
A lot of progress has been made today, and this was really, I think, the first major step in this project, and just to pull it all apart and work out what we've got. And this is where it's quite interesting for us, because we've just been doing the less exciting stuff, working out a list of all of the different tasks. So things like the painting, the wheels, the steering wheel trim,
Reconnecting the steering.
yes, reconnecting all that, the barge boards,
Yeah.
the suspension components, finishing the looks of those, a couple of bits that need repairing, the things that can be effectively, without throwing, you know, a massive amount into the shell, you know, the show car, to bring it back to life. I think the biggest win for me today is finding that chassis plaque.
100%.
Chassis plaque. It's just over there at the moment, just to have that kind of evidence of exactly what it was.
And knowing that it was number one.
Number
it was
one
the
is
first show car.
That they made.
Again, we don't know how many they made. Maybe there was 3, maybe there was 10, but we have number one.
But what's also funny is, had we had that when this was delivered,
It would have
the
solved
time
an
that
awful
would
lot.
have saved in confusion. But look at all of this. Look at all these parts that we've got here. Obviously, the rear section of the car hasn't been taken apart because this frame was built to make it a show car. Obviously, the components would normally go directly onto the gearbox onto the engine onto the tub. And by not having that, you have to have a replacement frame to be able to hold it all together. But it's really interesting thinking about the paint and the vinyl and how we're going to do that with all the look and appearance. And obviously that will come at a later, let's say, stage of this process. So step one here at TDF, absolute legends here. Really a huge thanks to the guys because they do so much work. As you can see, just looking around at the other cars that are in here. The following year car just there. But to help us get this far and understand what we need to do next and what's happening is very much appreciated. Well, I guess today we're kind of going to leave without it. All I can say is just an amazing start, really. Fantastic to get.
It's huge progress. And it's shocking how quickly this has all happened.
Yeah, like a few hours. this is what you have.
We've sat on this for months and it's now taken, as you said, a couple of hours and it's in bits ready to go.
And we're done. And Tom's already preparing to be blinded by the Lotus again.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Or
I know you might. Well, even if you're in it, you've still got the arches. I want to see it on the road, so you're going to drive it home.
Okay. I'll drive the Lotus, you drive the GT8, and
we'll see what happens next.
Yeah.
It's time to get on the road. Tom, as we said, is driving the Lotus, which means a start.
What Lotus? I can only see it, I can't hear it anymore.
Yeah, tell me about it. This is all of the sound you could imagine. That's all of the vision you could imagine. And the two together are a bit bonkers. So, let us get on the move. We're now on the way, and even with it being overcast and a little bit grey, that thing is the opposite of grey. I think Tom is being super cautious over the speed bumps, although it's not too much of a bump. Oh, there's such a different sound. This is just grumbly and loud.
It's quite cool, like, having the two experiences, going in the two British manual sports cars that there are currently in the collection. It's quite nice actually having a bit more space in here. I feel a lot comfier than I did in that.
Yes, a lot comfier. This is harder work to drive, if I can say, because everything's just a bit heavier. Steering, clutch, everything about it.
But that noise makes up for it.
Yes.
And the way that it drives from what I've been told by Tom and yourself, it's something so special about getting this out on the right kind of roads.
This is perhaps the time we could answer a question that people ask us all the time, which is, why do you not drive my cars?
We get
more
asked that so often.
It's in the comments. Every video, loads of pictures. It's actually quite a simple reason. Here in the UK, car insurance, it's very complicated. It often comes down to age and experience per car. And to be quite simple, Brad, you're quite a young guy. My insurance company aren't open to you driving the cars at this time.
No, which is fully understandable, and I would not expect and do not expect to be put on the insurance.
So at the other end of the spectrum, luckily we do occasionally have long-term cars from manufacturers, things like the Mini Cooper S Electric now, the Audi RS3, and I'm sure there'll be more down the line, and thankfully their insurance policies do allow a wider range of drivers. Before too long, we'll get you onto some of my cars. But
well, recently, I mean, at Goodwood, for Supercar Sunday, you chucked me the keys to the Hurricane and I took it around the Goodwood motor circuit, although photo lap, not
it's not me saying you can't, it's purely that we can't legally have you driving them on the road yet.
And insurance in the UK is a mess. However, I do get to experience pretty much all of them in the passenger seat.
It's actually interesting because I wonder if people have even noticed this. Prior to very recently, Tom wasn't even able to drive the Ford GT or the Senna. That's a recent change. I've been able to arrange to have Tom able to drive those. So, it's not easy. It's complicated to work out.
We have an AMG GT, GT4, and an M3.
Nice little troop of cars there, doing exactly what we said earlier, I think, using this rather lovely strip of road to take some photos.
We'll have to come back at some point. Maybe Tom and myself will bring maybe the SF90 or one of the future cars or trips that we do. We'll bring something. We'll get some photos because according to James at TDF, the sunset, which is that direction, is always really good. So maybe that's something we need to work on someday.
We've got stuck a little bit behind, but look up the road.
I've just zoomed in and it's really, again, like we said on the way.
But look at all the other cars, complete grayscale. Black, dark grey, silver, whatever you want, except for one.
Yeah, the brightest luminous orange you can get just there.
I mean, it's brighter than brake lights. It's brighter than the daytime running lights on the back of some other cars.
I have no words for it.
Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it?
That plate is just the finishing touch as well.
The final touch, you could say.
The final touch.
I always find it funny. People always comment when I get overtaken, but hey, 70 mile an hour road, I'm going 70. He's not. That's his problem, not mine.
And that one.
And that one. But that's their fault. Like, nobody complained that I'm getting overtaken by Priuses or whatever it is, because I'm rolling a video camera here.
Here comes the bright orange Lotus. The camera just did a very weird thing there, and I hope you can see it on video.
Look at that guy, he can't even see it.
He's blinded by the Lotus. The camera did a really weird thing there as it came into shot, so I'm hoping that shows on video, but it...
Like this weird yellow flicker.
It played with the colour quite a lot.
The problem is, anybody watching this video is going to have no appreciation for the fact that in reality, it looks so different to how it looks on video.
You really have to see it in person. It's just like, I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed that the camera does something half decent. Wow.
Shows it slightly. We're back, and Brad, seeing that on the road,
literally mind blown. I don't really know what to say. It's one thing in here, as we've said many times, things like this don't look very bright anymore. Things like that don't look very bright anymore. But on the roads in the sun,
it's just mad. It's when it comes to paint, right? A paint like this, Ford's Liquid Red, is this very deep pearlescent. It's a multi-layer red metallic paint, and you look at that and you can see the depth to it, the quality to it, and that's what I love about the colours of cars. You know, when it comes to most of the cars in here, I always love going for a proper paint colour. This is just something different. It's so bright, it blows out some of the lines. You can't see the lines. Like there are crease lines or you know, design lines up over the bonnet here, but because the colour is so intense, it just doesn't stand out in the same way. It's genuinely fascinating, and this is a little bit of a weird one I'm actually going to point out here, but I want to bring attention to it because you don't often know about it and you might have spotted it. You see some of these like dark patches. This is something you don't normally see, but is always the case with PPF when it's just been applied. Remember, this was finished a couple of days ago. When PPF has just been applied, and it's a wet install for PPF, so you spray on the surface, adjust it, and you'll always have some moisture that takes some time to settle in. So this is totally normal, but you just can't normally see the effects of that. And we've seen it already going through stages. We saw how the wing started, but that's now completely settled down. You can see a couple of other areas, and give it a week or two and this will be completely gone. But if you didn't understand the technicalities of this, you'd probably be a little bit panicked, like what's going on there? But that's because this thing is so luminous, because it is so bright, and because it stands out just in a way that, I mean, we've said it enough times, the camera can't see. The camera doesn't...
Literally, like looking through the viewfinder, you literally lose every part of the car. You lose the shapes. So like right here, there's obviously these really nice lines on the sort of rear deck lid and then round onto the wing, and you can't see it. Like it literally just looks like a flat surface of orange.
It's so bright. And this is the other thing we said. Normally, the Gulf orange accents on the GT8, those are normally bright.
And
like
this.
On their own, you have that car parked outside, and I promise you, those orange accents, like, grab your attention. This is just like, as the owner was saying, actually, it's like a Hot Wheels car, especially completed with the custom graphic. It's like something out of a Hot Wheels packet. It feels like it should be in a Hot Wheels card, you know, packet, that kind of thing. It's just, yeah. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I think Tom enjoyed driving it back. I enjoyed driving the GT8 back. And it's cool that we're making some progress with the F1 car.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see that transform now over the coming months.
It'll be strange not to have it over here for a while. But hey, the next time it is back here, it's going to be really quite exciting. So from this point onwards, we've got paint, we've got vinyls, we've got restoring parts, we've got replacing parts, we've got a whole host of different things. But as I said earlier, it is a huge thanks to the team at TDF for their help with this, for coming to pick it up today, for starting the strip down, and for all of the work that we've got ahead and everything involved in that. Not to mention, of course, all of the other partners that are going to help us put that back together and bring it back into one piece. Oh, I almost forgot. Do not forget that we have the Tarmac Works Mini GT 1/64 Shelby GT500 Shmemobiles. These are available right now. Grab them while they're hot, exactly spec'd as per the Shmemobile, which will be here in the garage, I think in a couple of months' time. Anyway, link and all of the information about those is down below. But that's it for now. Until next time.